guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. The amount of news that's come out has been ridiculous. I think it's the most I've ever done in a video. I'll try my best to cover everything as quickly and efficiently as possible. Firstly, Lewandowski updates. We have the backup options for his deal as well. The other strikers that we're looking at, the left back list. We do have a league of the list of left backs that Barcelona are looking at this summer, and I will reveal it to you guys as well. Another midfielder may be coming in. We'll talk about Ruben Neves, and of course, the overhaul this summer. There are so many players that have to leave the club this summer, and of course, facilitate the new signs coming in as well. Contract renewal updates on Gavi, Nico, Dembele, Roberto, and Dani Alves. The captains at the club, Piqué, Busquets, Jordi Alba, are said to be paid back their money that they deferred back in the pandemic, and also a bonus on top of that. Jordi Cruyff gonna get promoted, and also I do have a leak about who will be the free kick taker for next season at Barcelona, pending of course new signings. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes on this video. It'd be very much appreciated. I worked on this video very hard, and also make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. Of the first player that we have been linked with, of course, again, is Robert Lewandowski, and we do have an update on that big meeting that took place a few days ago, coming in from Fabrizio Romano. He's come out saying that Barcelona have had many meetings with Robert Lewandowski's agent Zahavi. Barcelona's message is clear. They are prepared to offer him a 2-year plus 1-year contract, so it makes that 3 years that Lewandowski wants, and they're also discussing salaries at the moment as well. On Lewandowski's side, he is open discussing with Barcelona and is already negotiating with them. He is tempted by the opportunity of playing in La Liga, but Lewandowski always wants to respect Bayern Munich, and his priority is to discuss a contract renewal with them. In the meeting that happened the other day between Bayern Munich and Zahavi, Bayern made it clear that their intention is to keep Robert Lewandowski. Bayern want at least 50 to 55 million euros to sell Lewandowski at the moment. This is not an option for them. Bayern are convinced they were able to keep Lewandowski at the club this summer. There will be more meetings coming up in the coming weeks. The possibility of a contract renewal will also be on the table as well. At the moment, there is no agreement between Bayern Munich and Lewandowski. The player wants a 3-year deal with Bayern Munich and an increment in the salary as well. Barcelona know that it will take a lot of time. They know that nothing's going to be happening regarding Lewandowski in the next few weeks. It will be a very long negotiation, but Barcelona are working on it, and there are currently no talks yet between Barcelona and Bayern Munich. Now, this all makes sense, of course, just a quick little recap, but the big point here is that Bayern Munich currently won at least 50 million euros for Lewandowski, and for me, that's too much. I think 30 is my cap space. I think Barcelona may offer maybe 40 plus some variables as well. I think that's a big stumbling block for me, but we'll wait and see what happens. Again, it's all, this whole entire operation, this whole entire situation is in the hands of Bayern Munich. They have the big cards in this situation, and they in the end will decide what will happen with Lewandowski's future. Now, Matteo Morito from Sky Sports came out saying that Robert Lewandowski has already given his approval to join Barcelona. He is the club's #1 goal. Bayern had to find a replacement or to consider his departure, and of course, over the next few weeks, there will be more meetings. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Xavi is the one who is especially wanting Robert Lewandowski at Barcelona. He considers that a top striker is necessary in the squad, and Barcelona will keep trying for Lewa, although it won't be easy. The club is calm now as there is a lot of time left. And finally, Christian Falk from Bild in Germany came out saying that Lewandowski will definitely leave Bayern Munich this summer, but Bayern don't want to let him go. Barcelona are offering Lewa over 30 million gross per year, which has made Bayern Munich nervous. So of course, 30 million gross per year is around 250k per week, which I can understand, but we're not paying more for 30 million euros in a transfer fee. Christian Falk is very quick on things. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not, but in the German space, in the Bundesliga, he tends to be always right, and he's saying Lewandowski wants to leave Bayern Munich if they of course do not renew his contract, and Barcelona are offering Lewandowski what he wants, that 3-year contract, good wages, and it's now up to Barcelona and Bayern Munich to reach an agreement. We'll wait and see. Again, like this is the thing with Barcelona, right? They'll say, oh, it's going to take a long time. It's on the hands of Barcelona. That's the big problem here. It's all in the hands of Bayern Munich. They can say Lewandowski, you'll stay, you'll not stay, and they don't care about what Lewandowski feels. Of course, he's a legend of the club as well. You want to respect him or not, that's a big question. So wait and see. Again, Lewandowski's future right now is still unclear, but Barcelona are still in the race and in pole position to sign him if he does not renew his contract with Bayern Munich. Now, Barcelona do have 2 backup options in the striker position in case Lewandowski is not signed this summer, and the main name after Lewandowski right now is Romelu Lukaku. Lucifer from Market came out saying that Romelu Lukaku could be an option for Barcelona if they fail to sign both Erling Haaland, which of course already confirmed now, and Lewandowski. He is not comfortable at Chelsea and is open to leaving, and Iman and Cruyff have met his agent. A loan could be an option this summer. I think Lukaku has been absolutely dreadful this season, no doubt about that at Chelsea, but at Inter Milan, he was quite good. I don't think he's the Barcelona profile striker that we need. He's kind of like, I would say, don't, put me on this. I would say he's, a better version of Luke de Jong, a target man in the box, great finishing. His aerial duel is actually not that great. His hold-up play, of course, is absolutely fantastic. For me, is what's he gonna cost? If we're gonna pay a loan fee, and his wages right now at Chelsea are over 400k per week, which is absolutely ridiculous. I think this deal is very, very unrealistic, and also we are hearing reports that Lukaku wants to go back to Inter Milan and doesn't really fancy a move to Barcelona at the moment. So I'll wait and see. But right now, Lukaku, no doubt, is the backup option, the next striker in line after Lewandowski, and after Lukaku, it is Gabriel Jesus. Mateo Merito came out saying that Gabriel Jesus was offered to Barcelona, but there's nothing more because the club's total focus right now is signing Robert Lewandowski, of course, in that striker position. I would take Jesus over Lukaku every single day of the week. Cheaper, better, and fits his style more, in my opinion. He worked under Pep now for several seasons. Again, we'll wait and see. It all again relies. All this is in the hands of Bayern Munich. If they say yes or no to Lewandowski, we'll go for these two players. And if they say yes to Lewandowski, these two players are out the window. So we'll wait and see what happens. But let me know down in the comments below. Would you rather sign Lukaku or Jesus? Now, along with the striker, another priority for Barcelona this summer is to reinforce the defense. And we are currently in position to sign another center back alongside Andreas Christensen. The question is right now still, who is that center back? Jordi came out saying that Lisandro Martinez and Romagnoli were offered to Barcelona, but the club are working to sign a different center back who isn't Spanish. Again, we still have no idea who it is. And Mateo Merito also confirmed that Barcelona are trying to sign another center back alongside Christensen, but the question is right now, who is that other center back? But on Martinez, there are reports coming in from Argentina, from TYC Sport, who are very, very reliable, come out saying that Lisandro Martinez's future will either be at Ajax or Barcelona. It depends on Barcelona if they will do something. As of now, there is no offer. So Martinez's future this summer will either be at Ajax or Barcelona. Even next summer after that, it will be the same situation. The player wants to come to Barcelona, and Barcelona like the player as well. The question is, will the club make an offer this summer? Of course, Romelu said that he has been offered to the club. The question is, will the club accept that? We'll wait and see. I'm a big fan of him, and also Romagnoli as well. I think he's very decent, especially on a free deal as well. But the club are going for another center back, and again, for the third time, the question is, who's it going to be? Now, along with a center back, the club want to also sign a left back this summer to compete and hopefully overtake Jordi Alba in the future as well. And there is a big list, of course, that has been leaked, and I will show it to you. But firstly, Mateo Merito came out saying that Bruno Sosa is not an option for Barcelona at the moment. Xavi likes Javi Galan a lot, and Alex Grimaldo's name has also been on Barcelona's table for a long time. So again, right now, like we're hearing a lot in the media, that Grimaldo's #1 option and Javi Galan is the second. But Gola Spanish came out saying that Barcelona and many Premier League clubs are interested in Javi Galan. Celta Vigo, as of now, want his 18 million euro release clause to be paid in full and are not willing to accept any kind of swap deals involving other players. So of course, that shut down the Ricky Puig, the Braithwaite, and an Aki Pena swap deal. I think Javi Galan, 18 million euros is a bit, I think it's a reasonable price, to be honest, but of course Grimaldo is better, more experienced, knows the Barcelona system more, and he's cheaper. Grimaldo will be available for around 15 to 10 million euros, so I would favor that move. But there is another big surprise in the left back position that we have been linked with, coming in from Fabrizio Romano. He's come out saying that Barcelona are working on the transfer of Marcos Alonso, and he is one of 3 or 4 left backs on the club's radar. And Barcelona know about Alonso's situation. His contract expires next summer in June 2023. Get this garbage out of my face, man. I think Alonso is dreadful. And also, what is up with us signing the whole entire Chelsea defense? We're not even signing the good defenders, Reece James, Rudiger. We're signing like their, decent ones. Christensen, Azpilicueta, Alonso. I think Alonso is a wing back, man. I think we'll see something similar to, Junior Firpo. He was a wing back, came into Barcelona. Left back didn't do too great. Alonso in a back 4 in the Premier League has been one of the worst left backs I've ever seen. But in that left wing back role, he is decent. I mean, I'm not going to fault that. he should be like the 5th or 4th option, man. I would rather get Grimaldo, Gaia, and other names that we will talk about in a few seconds. I think Alonso is better than nothing, but then the big question is, do you bet on Alejandro Balde? For me, I'd rather bet on Alejandro Balde, to be honest, instead of bringing in Alonso. I feel like the club want to bring in Alonso and then maybe loan out Balde. I think this is a dreadful option, but of course we do have that big list of the left back that Barcelona are looking for. You know, Fabrizio Romano said around 3 or 4 here, and that list has been leaked by Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo. He's come out saying that Barcelona admit they like Marcos Alonso, but he's not the only option in the left back position. The other candidates include Jose Gaia, Grimaldo, Angelino, Javi Galan, and Reguilon. Gaia is close to renewing with Valencia, and Angelino will be very expensive. The club now will have to decide. I would take all 5 of those left backs ahead of Alonso. For me, you have to go for each one of those left backs, even Reguilon, to be honest. If they all flop, then you can go for Marcos Alonso, and I will hold my hands up and say, okay. For me, Grimaldo is the dream at this point. I think Guy right now, that dream is falling through. A new dream has come out for me. It is Alejandro Grimaldo. I think he is perfect for that left back position. I think Javi Galan is a good second. I think Angelino is good as well. But also like Alonso, he is a left wing back. He plays way more advanced. Can he play as a left back in the back 4? I'm not quite too sure. Reguilon, former Madridista, I don't want him anywhere near the club. Of course, Alonso is as well, but he was, coming to the academy. He barely paid for them. Of course, Reguilon played there for them a lot. Then went to Sevilla. Then Tottenham, of course. We'll wait and see. Again, I'm very, very happy with the club when I signed left back now. Of course, that's coming the growing feeling now that we will sign a left back this summer. The question is, who will it be? And right now, the 2 favorites I would say are Alejandro Grimaldo and Javi Galan. Now, position for Barcelona this summer that isn't a priority whatsoever is the midfield, but we still are being linked with midfielders, and more specifically, of course, Ruben Neves. Gerard Romero, the best source in Barcelona, has come out saying the name of Ruben Neves is still on Barcelona's radar. All I have to say is this. Busquets, Kessie, Nico, Gavi, Pedri, Frankie, Sergi Roberto. 7 midfielders in the current squad. You can even count Ricky Puig because he's still here as well. 8 midfielders for a 3-man position. Where the hell is Ruben Neves going to fit in? And also, he's going to cost more than 50 million euros. I cannot see how this deal happens unless we sell Frankie de Jong. I think if we sell Frankie de Jong, Ruben Neves will come in, and I completely understand that. But other than that, I cannot see how Ruben Neves comes in if Frankie de Jong stays, let alone the stock midfield that we already have. I don't think this is true. I think there's more media talk, more specifically his agent trying to push and move for Ruben Neves this summer. But we'll wait and see. But again, Ruben Neves is a name that always comes up and being linked with Barcelona, so keep your eyes on him. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. There is a lot of names, so I will go through it in a quick fire fashion. But firstly, I want to give you guys an update on that Jorge Mendes meme that happened a few days ago. Gerard Romero came out saying that Jorge Mendes was also present at the dinner at Barcelona executives the other day. The super agent escaped from the restaurant from another door, and that's why he wasn't caught on camera. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Joan Laporta, Rafael Uste, and Mateo Alemán met on Thursday night in Barcelona with Jorge Mendes with the aim to address 3 cases in particular, such as those names of Adama Traoré, Trincao, and of course, Nico Gonzalez. There's currently no update on Trincao, but we do have an update on Adama and Nico. Firstly, on Traoré, the reappearance of Dembele has relegated Traoré to a secondary role, and that's why Mendes wanted to know firsthand the club's intentions with Adama. And I do believe in that meeting the club have told them, look, we're not going to pay that option to buy. I think we'll take him back on another season-long loan, but I don't think we're going to execute that option. And also on Nico. In the case of Nico, Mendes wanted to know what future plans Barcelona have for the youngster. Nico has a contract at the club until June 2024, but several European teams have been interested in him and would not be surprised if we see renewal talks take place soon, which of course we will talk about in the contract renewal section update. But let's now get into some departures. We'll go in trying to, order of the, positions in the field. Firstly, in the back line, Iñaki Peña. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that several La Liga clubs are interested in signing Iñaki Peña permanently or on loan. Celta Vigo, of course, is one of them, so keep your eyes on Javi Galan for that. Barcelona's plan right now is to sell Neto and have Peña as the backup for Marc-Andre ter Stegen, but they're also tracking the goalkeeper market as well. What's going to happen in that goalkeeper department right now is very, very clear. Neto will leave, Pena will be the backup. The club are keeping their eyes on that goalkeeper market, and if they find a goalkeeper at a reasonable price and also have money left over after we sign, a striker, a winger, the defense as well, they will go for a backup goalkeeper and then sell or loan Inaki Pena. That's going to be the situation right now. Very, very clear. We'll wait and see. I think the club right now are happy with Pena, but do want, a more experienced goalkeeper, the challenge mark on the Ter Stegen. And if they do have that extra cash at the end of the summer, they will go for it. Now, into the center back, the two Frenchies. Firstly, of course, Clement Lenglet. Jordi Alba came out saying that Clement Lenglet has received several offers from the Premier League and Barcelona want to sell him. The player knows that his situation at Barcelona is complicated and he will have to decide on his future. Clem, man, for the love of God, just leave, man. He's not going to play. We're trying to sign another center back. Christensen, Araujo, Eric Garcia, PK. Those are going to be the 5 center backs. Lenglet has no chance unless PK, Araujo, Eric Garcia, and Christensen all break their legs. I'm being honest. He has no chance. For your future, leave. And I'll just keep this in mind for all of you guys. If he does stay, he does want the money, and that's what he's saying pretty much. And also, his compatriot, Samuel Umtiti, Jordi Alba came out saying that if Umtiti was not injured in January, he would have been loaned out to another club. The talks were advanced, but Barcelona still may loan him this summer, possibly to France or Italy. If I were a betting man, I would bet that Umtiti would be here next season because I don't know how, I don't know why, but he always manages to do so. He'll probably go cry to Laporte again. I'd be shocked if we let him go. That's my mindset right now. So I think he won't leave, but if he does leave, I'll be over the moon. If he doesn't leave, I won't be that disappointed, but what club wants Umtiti, man? We're not hearing any clubs. We're only hearing countries, Italy, France, Germany, La Liga, England. We're hearing all these countries. We're not hearing any clubs. We've heard of Lyon, of course, his former club, but they think his knee's absolutely, messed up and they don't want to take him. So we'll wait and see on Umtiti. But again, a loan looks very, 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 very likely, but a sale looking unlikely at the moment. Now jumping to the striker position, Martin Braithwaite. Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo came out saying that Martin Braithwaite can be an option for Valencia this summer. They're looking to sell Gonzalez and Maxi Gomez and sign a low-cost forward or someone on loan. Mateo Alemán would be key here. Of course, the former sporting director of Valencia, Braithwaite knows that his future is not at Barcelona. I mean, he has no chance of playing again if Ansu, mystery striker whoever we sign, Dembele, Depay all break their legs. Martin Braithwaite probably still does not get into the team. Let's be honest. So 10 million euros is the dream, or just any money, to be honest. I don't want a loan. We need to get rid of these players. I'm tired of sick of loans. We still have Pjanic, Coutinho, Griezmann, Trincao all on loan as well. We can't just loan out all our problems. We have to try and sell them. If anything, even terminate his contract, I would be open to that as well. But Braithwaite has got to leave this summer. But another striker who's right now his future is in the air is, of course, Memphis Depay. Jordi Alba came out saying that a Premier League club has made an offer of 15 million euros for Memphis Depay over the past few days. I'm thinking that could be Tottenham, but 15 million is too low for me, in my opinion. I would want at least 25, 30 in that region. Of course, 1 year left on his contract, still a great player, does not really fit the Barcelona system, and despite that, has 10 goals and I think a couple of assists this season as well. I think let's go into the next one. Of course, Mundo Deportivo also came out saying that Barcelona highly value the sacrifices made by players who arrived this season, like Eric Garcia, Memphis, Aubameyang, and Ferran Torres. They did not value money at all. Among them, only Memphis Depay could leave the club this summer. So Memphis Depay's situation is very, very clear. The club said, you know what, you came here, you sacrificed for us. The decision's up to you. If you want to stay, you'll probably be the backup to the new striker that comes in. If you want to leave, we want, of course, a fair price, and we'll let you go. That's the situation right now, and of course, Memphis will decide that. I think he does want to leave. Of course, right now he's not playing too well. He's on the bench a lot, and of course, another striker will be coming in this summer. But if it's Lukaku, he wants to say. If it's going to be Gabriel Jesus, he may stay. But if it's Lewandowski, then Memphis Depay could say, you know what, I'm just going to call it quits at this point. So we'll wait and see on Memphis. I think if we do sell him, we should be getting at least a minimum of 20. I'll be looking for 25 or 30. Again, his future will be unclear from now until the end of the summer transfer window. But let's now discuss some players who will be staying at the club this summer. Firstly, of course, like mentioned right now from Mundo Deportivo, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang will be staying at Barcelona next season. And Jordi Alba came out saying that Aubameyang's salary will rise to around 11 million gross, 5.5 net next season. So next season, Aubameyang's wages will be around 100K per week. I think right now he's on that Dani Dani Alves salary, where he's earning like 300k a month, something like that, something ridiculous. So his wages will go up as that contract is, and then next summer the club and the player will have to decide whether or not he wants to stay or not. And of course, if he does not want to stay, he'll leave the club for free. But again, as expected, his wages will go up. Next player that will be staying at the club this summer is Frenkie de Jong. Samuel Marsden and Moises Malone from ESPN came out saying that despite being disappointed at being subbed off frequently, Frenkie de Jong's desire is to stay at Barcelona. Xavi insists on the same. A move to Manchester United is complicated as they are set to miss out on next season's Champions League. Now, Gerard Mirror has been coming out with some Dutch reports about this, saying that, oh, Man United may be offering Harry Maguire, Rashford, and Alex Telles for Frenkie de Jong, but Barcelona like Alanga and Scott McTominay. I mean, I think that's all crap. I think United are interested. I think make the bid. That's all you have to do is make the bid, because all these rumors and crap, I don't believe it whatsoever. Until that bid comes in, I'm not worried about Frenkie de Jong. But again, like I said before, and I said it again, every single player right now in the squad are open to, leaving the club if a good bid comes in, except of course Ansu, Pedri, Eric, Varane, Araujo, all those players that, the youngsters, the future of the club. Everyone else has a price. And another player who does have a price at Barcelona to leave the club this summer is of course Sergi Roberto. But Samuel Marsden and Moises Malone came out saying that Sergi Roberto has managed to turn his situation around at Barcelona. The club were open to offers for him. The club were open to offers for him, and Xavi was unconvinced by Des, but Des always wanted to stay and has worked hard in training and performed. He'll most likely stay next season. Again, very, very same situation as Frenkie de Jong. He will stay unless, of course, a good and unrefutable offer comes in this summer. So overall, Mateo Merito came out saying that FC Barcelona will listen to satisfactory offers for the whole entire squad, except for a few players. Again, Eric Garcia, Ansu, Pedri, Varane, especially of those who, of course, recently renewed their contracts. So everyone has a price at the club. Frenkie de Jong, Des, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, Piqué, Busquets, whoever you may think of. But of course, the offer has to come in, and I completely agree. But there will be those players that the club will try and push out. Neto, Ricky Puig, Mengueta, Umtiti, Lenglet, Memphis will decide his future as well. Do you loan out Alejandro Balde or Nico? All that stuff is in the air. But again, this summer will be big in terms of the squad. There will be a big overhaul as Laporta begins his rebuild. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele. And I have no idea why, but over the past few days, things have taken a turn in the positive direction. Esport 3 firstly came out saying that FC Barcelona are now confident of renewing the contract of Dembele. The last meeting was positive and talks will be continuing over the next few days. Mateo Merito came out saying that Dembele and FC Barcelona are closer than the past of renewing his contract. The main problem, of course, remains economically, but there's a will from everyone. Long way to go. His agent will not lower their claims a lot, but formulas will be studied, and of course, Xavi is pushing for his renewal. Now, Juan Martin from Sport came out with a great article and a great exclusive as well. He came out saying that PSG have offered Ousmane Dembele a salary of 17 million euros per season net, plus a sign-on bonus, and are waiting for his response. Dembele prioritizes staying at Barcelona and is waiting the club's final offer. In the next 20 days or so, the matter will be resolved. Barcelona are analyzing how far they can go, and soon they will present the proposal to Moussa Sissoko. Dembele wants to stay and understands that Barcelona cannot match those other offers. An agreement is possible if the difference are reduced on the side of Ousmane Dembele. Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona are negotiating with Ousmane Dembele's agent to agree on a lower salary than what he currently earns. But then Gerard Ribeiro came out saying that Barcelona have improved their contract offer for Ousmane Dembele, but the problem remains the commission demanded by his agent Moussa Sissoko. If Dembele ends up staying by accepting the offer, he could become one of the highest paid players in the squad. So it looks like by these reports, the wages are not the problem. The problem is the sign-on bonus, the commission for the agent. Again, we're hearing right now that Sissoko wants around 20 million euros and Barcelona are only willing to offer around 8. The question is, will he lower his demands and will Barcelona go up as well? Like Mateo Merito said, right now there's a will on both sides to reach an agreement, but PSG's offer is on the table. It's exactly what Dembele wants and also his agent as well. But their priority is to stay at Barcelona. So we'll wait and see. I think if he's about to become the highest paid player at the club, I am going to be a bit worried. I don't think he's worth that much. But like we said in the last video, renewing his contract is cheaper than going out and signing a replacement. So I understand why the club are trying to, go for this one last final push. I do hope Dembele stays, but again, it all depends on negotiations. We'll have to wait and see. The club are trying to make one last push and find the right formula to offer to Ousmane Dembele, and hopefully him and his agent Moussa Sissoko will accept that final offer. The next contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of both Pablo Gavi and Sergi Roberto, who both are on the verge of signing a renewal at Barcelona. Mateo Morito came out saying that Gavi and Roberto will be the next two players to renew their contracts with Barcelona. For Gavi, on the final details are remaining, and Roberto's renewal right now is complete. So again, with Gavi, that one meeting to go over the contract, final details, final figures, and put pen to paper on that contract. But for Roberto, it's already done. Fernando Polo from Deportivo came out saying that Sergi Roberto's salary reduction will be almost 60% in the new contract, and he will sign a 1-year contract extension. So it's not a big deal for Roberto. I hope there won't be a presentation, all that sort of stuff. That will be a bit embarrassing, but to go there, sign the contract, and stay at the club one more season under Xavi, of course. But Gavi's, of course, contract will be more long-term, and of course, he will have that exclusive €1 billion release clause as well. Let's hope the club can get these two done ASAP and then focus on those other contract renewals, i.e. Ousmane Dembele. But both Gavi and Roberto will most likely renew their contracts very, very soon. The next contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Nico Gonzalez. Gerardo Romero came out saying that Barcelona want to renew Nico's contract until June 2026 or June 2027. The club has also received several loan offers for him for next season. Now, if we do sign Ruben Neves, I think Nico should be going out on loan. He will not play that much, but with the current midfield, I would keep him for now. If he does not play that much, I'll loan him out in January. But renewing his contract, of course, is very, very important. His current contract expires in June 2024. And if you do remember, it is a Barcelona B contract, but he was promoted to the first team this season, and that now has become a first team contract. So we'll wait and see. Of course, Jorge Mendes was meeting with Barcelona to discuss his future as well. Several European clubs are interested, so Barcelona have to tie him down as soon as possible. And the final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Dani Alves. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona have still not informed Dani Alves whether he will continue at the club next season or not. He wants to stay though for one more season. I think in the end, Dani Alves will renew his contract. The question is, who are we going to sign at right back, or will we sign another right back in general? Will Azpilicueta come in? Will Des be sold? That's the reason why Dani Alves' contract extension has been, lingering over the past few months. But I think no doubt, even if we sign Azpilicueta and Des stays, I think Dani Alves will end up staying, just being, in the locker room, can play in the midfield as well, can play at right back. But Dani Alves wants to be a starter, of course, with the World Cup coming up in November. He wants to play regular minutes and have one final last, hurrah with the Brazil national team. So we'll wait and see on Dani Alves. Again, I would say right now, most likely he will renew his contract, but at the moment, it's still a bit unclear. Now, the final topics that I want to discuss before I end off this video is to give you guys some updates around Barcelona over the past 24 hours, and I will do it in a quick fire fashion. Firstly, an update on the CVC deal. Fernando Polo from Deportivo came out saying the agreement with CVC and the sale of the minority stake of Barcelona's license and merchandising have a high chance of coming in fruition soon. The agreement of the sale of Barca Studio, though, isn't closed yet, but anything can happen over the next few weeks. Again, CVC for Barcelona is so crucial for players coming in, the cash injection, and also lowering the FFP, financial fair play regulations at La Liga, and giving us more of a salary margin as well. The club are working on it, but again, they won't sign any deal. They want to sign the right deal, and of course, we need to sell Barca Studios as well. We have been approved by the socios to sell 49% of that. That'll be very, very important as well. And a man who will be helping Barcelona seal these deals this summer is, of course, Jordi Cruyff. Gabriel from Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona are very satisfied with the work of Jordi Cruyff and will negotiate with him at the end of the season. The idea is to promote him and make him a technical secretary at the club. He has done a great job in the winter transfer window and also with contract renewals as well. Keep an eye on Ajax though. Remember, they still need a sporting director, and of course, Jordi Cruyff is very, very close to Ajax. I will keep an eye on that, but hopefully Barcelona do keep him and promote him. I think he's done a fantastic job as well and has been a big part around Barcelona. Now, let's talk about the summer. Preseason will start on July the 4th for Barcelona this summer. Of course, this season will end around, middle of May. We'll go to Australia for that one game against Sydney All-Star, which, by the way, for me, is taking place at 5 a.m. Absolutely ridiculous. And then after that, the club will have a month off, and the players will come back on July the 4th for that, tour in America, Los Angeles against Real Madrid, Inter, and AC. Then, of course, the draw on Gamper against Roma as well. And despite the big overall that will be happening this summer with players coming in and players coming out, we will see some familiar faces on July the 4th, and that being, of course, the captains. Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba, and Gerard Piqué deferred a large part of their salaries to help Barcelona during the pandemic. The club now has to pay them back. The three captains are also set to earn a certain bonus as they approach the end of their contracts. So the salary market right now is looking good, of course, but these three players, Busquets, Alba, and Piqué, are owed quite a lot of money from the club. I will be completely honest on that. It deferred a lot of their money, so that needs to be paid back, and also big bonuses for staying at Barcelona and committing their future to the club as well, rejecting big offers from the past. There have been some leaks about these numbers. I don't want to say them because I don't know if they're right or not, but it's a lot of money. So we'll wait and see. I think the club may do it in installments. I think Gerard Piqué has agreed to being paid in installments. Will Busquets and Jordi Alba? Hopefully they will, but it's quite a bit of money, so we'll have to wait and see. Now, the last topic I want to discuss before I end off this video is about free kicks. Of course, this season, Barcelona have not scored a free kick from any position anywhere in the field, but for next season, the club will have a dedicated free kick taker, and that player is Pedri. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that it's being said that Pedri is trained to take direct free kicks. He has a very good style and a very good shot on him, and he's always improving in training. He could be seen as taking Barcelona's direct free kicks from next season onwards, unless someone joins the club like Alejandro Grimaldo, who could be doing it much better than him. So right now, Pedri will be the free kick taker next season, unless we sign a big player like, for example, Lewandowski maybe, Grimaldo, Ruben Neves, but that's all, question marks. But for now, at this current moment, Pedri will be the free kick taker next season. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. It was quite a bit, but the main thing I want to firstly about Lewandowski's operation, you think it will happen this summer or not? Secondly, on the left back, of course, I gave you guys that big list that was leaked. Who would you sign? Who would you be your priority? Thirdly, on those exits, that big overhaul that's going to be happening this summer, who do you think will leave? Like, who's a guarantee? Lenglet, Umtiti, Mengueta, Braithwaite, and also do you think will attract any transfer fees for those players as well? And finally, on the contract renewal updates on Gavi, Nico, Dembele, Roberto, and Dani Alves, who do you think will end up renewing their contract at Barcelona this summer, and who do you think will end up leaving? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.